Today we're looking at bento cups and different containers that you might put inside of your bento. We'll start with our little geisha doll here. She is going to be our lovely volunteer. And I'm going to show how everything works with her except for this. So we'll start first with basic North American silicone cups. These I got from Target, I believe. Anyway, these are easily available. I got a whole stack of them and then lost a couple, so 3 are what I have left. There's nothing really all that special about them. They're reasonably easy to clean because you can turn them right inside out, wash them. When they fit into your bento cups, you just kind of push them up against the side. You want to make sure there's not a whole lot of gaps. The whole idea behind bento is to pack everything fairly tightly so that you avoid the gaps, because when there are gaps, there's room for your food to move around. And if you pack it carefully, then you don't want that work to go to waste when the bento is jarred or shaken or anything like that. So these ones just stick up in there. You can stick 2 of these in here. I don't recommend mixing them, like one of these, let's say one of these. Maybe one of these is straight-sided and hard plastic. It stands up better. These ones can be a bit of a bully and they kind of shove everybody else around. So I tend to put it in by itself with usually my rice on the other side. They are fantastic for quick pickles because quick pickles are delicious and you want lots of them. Next, we'll have these ones here. I only have 1 of these left. There were 3 in the set, but sometimes when the kids scrape out their lunch, they forgot to take it out. Anyway, it sits in there. You can see it's a much smaller cup, so it fits a lot of really smaller items. If you have like meatballs, Swedish meatballs, because they're a little more sweet, they're great cold. So, and 1 will fit absolutely perfectly in there. Make a little lettuce wrap for it. These ones here, this one won't fit in there, but it looks like a little snap pea. Isn't that cute? So that's more for a longer bento. You can put things like sunflower seeds or like little berries and stuff. Or I've used melon balls a couple of times and that went over really well. These ones here, little cherries, really cute. Same size holes as these. This is about the size they are. These ones though, you are going to want to put something here, because if not, it's going to shift around a little bit on you. Next ones we're looking at are the hard plastics. These are all hard plastic, so they don't flex at all. You can stick them in. Something like this you'd want to stick maybe in the middle and then arrange things around it. Same as this one. And this one's super cute. I got these on J-Box. I haven't seen them since, so I don't know if they're not available or they're waiting until, usually September is about when you start to see this stuff come out again, or August, September. Anyway, they're super cute, but the handle comes off really easy. Now, hard plastic versus silicone, it's really preference. I love silicone. It moves around a lot. I can squish it. I can, maneuver it in whatever position I need it in. Some people, though, do prefer hard plastic. Either they don't like silicone, or if you're not careful, I have seen, not these ones, but I did buy silicone baking cups from, I don't remember now, but they gave my egg roll, my tamagoyaki, a really weird plasticky taste. So something to be aware of. Make sure it's, silicone that is safe to go in the oven, go in the fridge. If you find anything that's not rated for that kind of stuff, chances are you're probably not going to be happy with the outcome. These ones here, if you find little containers with a screw-on lid, pick them up. They are so handy. And as long as the lid screws on well, you are going to be so happy with that. These are fantastic for things like bulldog sauce, barbecue sauce, salad dressing, anything you don't want to kind of flop around. On some of the sites, you can get, it looks a bit like this. You can get a bento cup with a lid. They're usually little characters, and they're really, really cute, but the lids don't fit on as tightly as one might like. So I would use them as a substitute for a bento cup and not so much as a substitute for one of these. And these, I think, in my travels somewhere along the way, I picked up a set of these. There was 3 in the package. So, and I think it was like a dollar store, Giant Tiger, like some sort of discount store that I found them in. They were a couple of dollars. Next here, I got rid of these. Ooh. Let's talk about grass. These I'm not crazy about, only because when you make bento, you're looking at a fair amount of saucy ingredients. They're not the best for that. But if you have to separate something like your rice balls and your steamed broccoli, use one of these. You probably see them at sushi restaurants. You can get them from most Asian retailers. Again, I went to J-Box. There was a big bag of these, and it was like $1.25. So it's totally worth it to have them just kind of hanging around. They're not hurting anything by not using them, but when you do need them, there they are. And when I put these in the bento, I tend to like to lie them flat and then fold them up so they form like this little hook. And that way, whatever's on one side isn't going to seep over to the other side. That's those. Here, actually we don't need you anymore. These are adorable. They do come in the set. They are fairly inexpensive, and they're little cutters, but they have smooth sides. So what you're gonna want is to use these for softer items like deli meat, sliced cheese, stuff that you don't necessarily need a knife to cut. It's just a sheet. It comes out. You can just pop it out there. Some people use them as dividers, like as you would the grass. I haven't used them in that way, but I have no doubt it would work. I typically use these for when I'm making like sandwiches. You cut the cheese out with these, and then when you lay it on the sandwich, make sure the little characters are kind of popping up the top. It makes their day. So this set came with fish, hearts, you can tell how much I use these ones, waves, flowers. You notice the flowers have those holes there? It's not for the middle of the flower. It's because with all that detail, sometimes it can be hard to poke them out. So it comes with a tool. It looks like a toothpick, but made out of the same kind of plastic. It's got a ball on the end. And you just poke the ball through, and it helps to release the flowers from the mold without splitting them. And last one is little bears. They're super cute. They take up like, a 2x1 by drawer height space, and they're absolutely worth having. Last thing, soy sauce bottles. I haven't used soy sauce bottles in probably about 6 months. Not because there's anything wrong with them, but my kids don't care for soy sauce when their rice is properly seasoned. So there's not much point. These can be a bit difficult to clean. So when you purchase them, keep in mind that they're probably going to have a limited lifespan. I mean, you're going to get frustrated. You're going to throw them out, let's be honest. But they are super cute. And if you do like your soy sauce with your rice, it's a great option. I mean, what other options do you have for soy sauce? And a lot of times when you purchase the set, if you look around, you can find replacement bottles as well. So even if the bottle gets gummy or you get a hole in it or whatever, you can just replace it without having to replace the really cute tops. And I have a stash of really cute tops around so that when I do get around to replacing the bottles, then I've got a whole bunch of little tops to put on them. But these are super easy. They unscrew, so it's very secure, so you're not going to get leaks. They unscrew, and they're squishy plastic, so that way you can kind of control how much soy sauce comes out at a time. This one came with the filler, or did it? No, I think these ones came with the filler, but it's a standard size. It looks like a very small turkey baster, and you put your soy sauce in like a small dish, suck it up with a turkey baster, stick it in there. The other style of filler for your bentos, or for your soy sauce cups, is this style here. And the way it works is there's a hollow here, and a lot of them have rounded bottoms. So you just pop that in there, and it holds it fairly securely, like that's not going anywhere. And then you take your little funnel, pop it in, fill it up, and there you are, you're finished. That is a really quick introduction to bento cups. I'll link you to the Bento & Co website. No, I'm not paid to endorse them or anything. I've done it twice now. But they just have the most consistent selection that I've found. J-Box is awesome. I love them. But their selection can be a bit inconsistent. Anyway, I'll link both of them down in the description. You can check them out. This is a very small sampling of what you can get. If all of my bento cups were on the counter, we wouldn't have a counter. So, but for now, this is a small sampling. When shopping for bento stuff, I mean, if you're already ordering your bento box, I would recommend get a handful of these, a couple of these if they're offered. I would skip the grass if you don't find any need for it. I don't use it very often, but if you're already putting a cart together and you have to pay for shipping anyway, throw some in. I would start with the silicone cups though. I wouldn't bother with the hard plastic because you won't get nearly as much use out of those. I'd get a couple of soy sauce containers just to try them out. If you don't like them, it's a couple of dollars. These are very specific use. I think I have pulled them out of the drawer 4 times since I've had them. So if you want them, get them. You won't need them though. I mean, you can always work around them. But if you go with all that, you will have most of your bento setup done. I mean, there's a bunch of tools, but we'll talk about that in another video. So I hope that helped, and I hope you enjoy making bentos. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.